Let it be done.
Peace and blessings. Welcome back to Heritage Hip Hop. Look, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I love doing this show and I love talking to y'all. So this is a labor of love, but a dedication to love too. So thank you for joining me on the Mic Council, which is our show on Heritage Hip Hop that talks about not only hip hop culture, but the things that go on in the culture that affect it, positively and negatively. Because I'm all about putting the culture where it needs to be and holding the culture up. And before I get into anything, I would like to say thank you for watching first and foremost, of course, always. But hit the like button, comment, and share the video. Subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on all social media. If you're on YouTube, hit the notification bell. If you're listening to this on the streaming service, please follow us and give us a 5-star rating. And if you like the direction of the programming, I ask that you please donate to Heritage Hip Hop so we can continue this and we can make it even bigger and better than what it is by going to our Cash App and put $ Heritage Hip Hop. We also have a PayPal, which is Heritage Hip Hop. Look up Heritage Hip Hop and PayPal. All right. But more importantly today, I guess you've already seen the flyer, and it's called The State of Hip Hop, State of New Jersey Hip Hop Part 2. And the first one I talked about how New Jersey is recognized and seen by people all over. New Jersey is respected as the home of spitters. New Jersey got some of the best lyricists ever and all this other stuff, right? But in New Jersey seems to be the I can do it too state. And this in that demeanor and that attitude hurts the state as much as it gives it an identity. And that's what I feel a problem is when it comes to New Jersey. And I could only speak for Essex County, New Jersey, with some knowledge of South Jersey and some knowledge of anything outside of Essex, like Hudson County. Shout out to Bayonne and Jersey City, Shout out to Elizabeth and Plainfield. That's Union County, and everybody in the crooks in between there. Middlesex County, got Piscataway, Brunswick. We got parts and places. Because most people outside only think is Newark, Jersey City, and Camden. Shout out to Camden too. Patterson, shout out to Patterson, because that's where the stars come from that came from the state. I did this because we have more. But the state of New Jersey hip hop is very bitter. There's so many hurt feelings, y'all. I mean, I got to be honest with y'all. And I got to put this out because I want my state and the culture to heal where I'm from. We have a lot of hurt feelings when it comes to New Jersey hip hop because a lot of people feel they should have had a chance and they did not get heard. Whether it came to street life or people putting undue expectations of others, or even black tax being put on MCs and artists that came out of New Jersey, it's a lot of negative feelings out here, and somebody has to help us heal. And I hope I'm able to do it in some form or fashion. I may not be the reason, But if I could be the cause of something greater to happen, so or more people from this beautiful place could get their opportunities and chances, so be it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of us are not recognized for what we do, and a lot of hateful folks inside of our culture don't want us to be recognized. Like, let me ask y'all something. What is a hater? A hater could be defined as someone who tries to stand against you when you're trying to achieve your goals. But all hate isn't direct. There's people who know who you are and know what you can do and will inadvertently, consciously, or subconsciously block your action because either they want to be where you are, or they can't see you where they want to be, or they just want to be the head at HNIC, HBIC, and don't want you to get ahead of them. Peep game. I run a podcast. I do interviews. I also help people with their music, as far as putting a plan out, a layout, something. I have people that's been around me that's part of the nation, the Zulu nation. You know, I've never been introduced to people in the Zulu nation to talk the Zulu stuff, and people have been there. I'm not calling anybody out in particular when I say this, but think about this. If someone knew you like basketball, they would take you to where they tell you where to go for people to play games or introduce you to somebody who plays ball or try to get you to get into your interest, right? You have people who know you like to draw. They'll take you to an art store. You like superheroes? Here's a comic book. Here, this is where you go get all the comic books. When it comes to hip hop, for some reason, people want to be the man and only have people come to them because they feel it makes them powerful. And that is hate. Because if it really is about the culture and if it really is about being someone that people know or people take notice, someone takes notice of, why the hell are you trying to hold somebody back instead of letting them be great within their own thing by you leading them there? Inspiration, not only is spiritual, but inspiration is the key of respect that always will have somebody remember the person who brought them there. It's paying homage. People like to have homage paid to them, but they don't hold up the culture so homage can be the lesson taught by people who come after. In New Jersey, y'all, I'm gonna keep it real. It seemed like it's North versus everybody. And even that's unfair because back in the day, the North and East Orange Wars, I remember those. And in the hip hop game, I think it still lasts today. Not to the same degree, but let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to put myself in here, in my opinion, and you tell me what you think. I think Naughty by Nature should get even more love than they get when it comes to New Jersey hip hop. But they don't because they weren't from Brick City. They weren't from North. That's what I really think. I think when we talk about the greatest of the greats, people always talk about Tretch, deservingly so. Tretch is that guy. Salute, Trigger Tretch. But y'all don't talk about KG enough. KG is the greatest producer in New Jersey hip hop history. You could talk about Gov, salute, salutations, RIP to Govmatic. We could talk about K-Def. He made the realest hip hop beat, real live-ish. Y'all know that song? Look it up and look how Wu-Tang jumped on that remix. We got Just Blades, K-Def, Govmatic. It's a bunch of y'all out there. In the new age of music, you got the Hit System, Stan Ipkiss, Stress. There's so many of y'all. I'm sorry if I forgot your names, but there's so many of y'all. But that's just a certain to just come out the top of the bone right now. You know what I'm saying? It's another guy who I need to remember that his name probably come up later, but I will shout out my producer list again. But there's people out here who, when you talk about music, people throw Primo and Timbaland and Pete Rock and RZA out. But are y'all really, really going to tell me that when you ever look at New Jersey, y'all just go, there's no one from New Jersey but Just Blaze and whoever produced Rockefeller, when KG produced some of the best hip hop beats in the history of our culture? Come on, yo. OPP wasn't masterful. Hip Hop Array wasn't masterful. Dirt All By My Lonely wasn't masterful. Clap Your Hands wasn't masterful. Come on, once again, it's on. Even the work he did with R&B with Jaheim, Next, and anybody else, Janae and them. Come on, man. Like, let's give KG his respect, yo. And that's what I mean. Like, we don't even take the time to salute the people within our own state that deserve that push. If you don't know who KG is, just go to go to Wikipedia for God's sakes. But most importantly, go to the Nudie by Nature discography and look up what he's done with his groups. I mean, KG is a monster. And if not a monster, KG is a master of genre building beats. But we don't even talk about KG enough. I mean, even when it comes to North, people get on Redman a lot. I've heard people say Redman didn't do nothing to put the city on, which I don't believe. But you know what? There's been credible people that have come from North New Jersey who deserve to get some light. Like, look, y'all know I'm Big Seven, right? For Time to Grind Radio. Y'all know him, right? Sev was a part of a group called Hardware. There was also somebody else called Hardware. There was a group called 2 p.m. I need to still meet them. But these stories I hear are very interesting. But those are people who should have some more shine. The Hardware was supposed to be signed. The group Hardware, Big Sev and Haas the Ripper, who is now Brother Haas, gospel artist, gospel hip hop artist. Listen, they were to be signed by Rockefeller. Who knows why that deal went down? It's not even the point of the conversation, but that's how nice they were. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it going. We had, dang, yo, so many of y'all to name though, but we had people out here like Big Snuff, RIP, one of the inspirations of this movement right here, and MO Sound Group, right? Push Buttons is nice. Big Snuff's nice. Y'all know Grump, he got flavor. Ibmatic is the carrier of the MO Sound Group sound now. Right now, there's Samad Savage and Jay Wonder, Soulless, Blaze the Rebel. There's people like the Bar Mitzvah who just dropped a song called The Illest, which is Doc Diggler. Salute to my brother. Salute the Vertical Jones. Salute the Realist Promise R, Mr. R.A.P. And salute to Tom Giss. He may not be from Jersey, but I consider it New Jersey hip hop because majority Jersey. But there's people out here like that who are so talented. And even when we go into our past, people talk about Mike C. People talk about Swanee. People talk about the Swan Stigger. Salute. You know, it's people out here who have a story that is just not getting told because people from New Jersey feel like New York has blocked their way. And I got to admit something to y'all. That may not be entirely the truth, but it is part of the truth. Because I don't see why, and I'm going to say this to my dying day, I do not see why there is Tretch and Redman in the industry. And in New York, they fight for Nas to do songs with Jay-Z. They fight for Biggie to do songs with Jay-Z. They fought for Busta Rhymes to do songs with whomever, because he jumped on every remix, right? Cam, all of them, right? I don't see in God's name how we don't have a Tretch and Redman song at the height of their popularity in the industry. That's some wicked shit to me. And if those artists didn't pull for it, that's even weirder. Man, we have the Artifacts. Rest in peace, Tane One. That's my favorite New Jersey hip hop group, by the way. The Artifacts. We have Lords of the Underground. Shout out to Duel, Lord Jazz, and Mr. Funky. How come they have a song together? How come we didn't have a Rod Digger and Queen Latifah song? Maybe Queen Latifah focused more on Hollywood at the time. But damn, really, y'all? We should have got a Rod Digger and Lauryn Hill collabo album. We should have had more of the outsiders, and they shouldn't have to have waited for a deal. And Slang Ton should have been out. Rest in peace, Slang Ton. I mean, New Jersey hip hop has always taken a loss for some reason. All y'all out there who say y'all love Pac, I call y'all funny to me. Y'all funny. Because if y'all really love Pac the way y'all did, how come nobody rode with the Outlaws? And the Outlaws were there for a minute. Shout out to Dramacidal, turned into the Outlaws. And we always hear them telling stories about Pac. But who's going to give them the right to tell and document their own story? Shout out to Idi Amin. He out there. Napoleon out there telling their story. But there's so many things in New Jersey that we got to do to protect ourselves. Let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all felt disrespected that Summer Jam was ran by Hot 97 and came to Jersey, but they didn't put nobody from Jersey on the stage? They really didn't put anybody in New Jersey on the stages. Now that it's in Long Island, what are we going to do to make sure we have our own festivals and we do something great? How many of y'all going to get behind Heritage Hip Hop or A Squad Rebel Radio or the Late Night Flight Podcast or Grind Hard Entertainment? How many of y'all going to get behind those movements so we can together build something great and not leave our own state behind? True and Living LLC puts on for Jersey City. How many of y'all going to pop out for True and Living LLC? What is it going to take for True and Living LLC, Break a Leg Entertainment, 8 Squad, Heritage Hip Hop, and Grind Hard Entertainment to come together? Whether it's in North, Piscataway, Plainfield, Patterson, East Orange, Irvington, Orange, whatever, for us to do our own. Because you know what? I find this very, very disrespectful that we have people who will sell their soul for 15 minutes of fame only to bring the culture one step backwards from where it could be. We have people who will hate on somebody to the point where they don't want them to succeed because their name wasn't called. And then you have people who were there when this thing really started, but wasn't the people they said they were, but they would want to become something great because they have the story, not knowing that they really didn't put in to the architecture of building this story up. Come on, man. When are we going to get the true story of the Williams brothers? When we talk about Gov, Wayne Dange, and Runt, and celebrate them and play their music and give them that push. Why do people have to come from New Jersey and move away to get what they need to get? I don't understand the prophet isn't honored in his own hometown. And it's our job to go out and come and bring it back. True indeed. I'm not saying nothing I'm like against that. But for our greatest artists to always leave and then to not be able to come home and establish, that's a problem. But it makes me think. Look at No Limit. Look at Cash Money. That's a Louisiana territory, and that's there. Look at Sick With It Records. I think Sick With It is E40, and that's in the Bay. Look at Rap A Lot. That's in Texas, in Houston, as a matter of fact. What labels do we have that come out of Jersey that's really moving with support and a groundswell of love? Let me tell y'all about some of these artists that deserve that love. Ill City is a movement that deserves that love. We got Chops the Savior, just another day at the office. Shout out to Chops and his wife, Gail Campbell, another great artist. Headphone Therapy, Stan Ipkiss. We have, like I said, the Illest and Bar Mitzvah. Bar Mitzvah just dropped. We have the Cornerstones, which is Samad, J Wonder, Blaze the Rebel, and Soulless. There's so many more. I can't. It's too many. Like, what about your Ladies Prospect, who dropped some bars, or SOTM, Sodom, Swerve, who's one of the nicest, Drift, Molly. Shout out to the memory of the City Slickers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have people in the state of New Jersey who are so talented, but instead of people building, people rather fight them for recognition. And most of y'all act like hoes, to be honest with you, because some of y'all, and I'm not calling no one name out particularly. Y'all want to talk to me about, I'm talking about, y'all could talk to me. But the thing is, so many people, instead of saying, yeah, you nice, you got that, they'll hold you back. And I'm not only talking about artists, I'm talking about certain platforms that came from Jersey as well. Because some platforms out there would rather be artists, they'd rather salute the artists or support the artists. I'm not going to lie, I'm not talking business. I'm talking about integrity and motivation. There's people out here who want people on their shows just so they could be next to them, so then they could push them to the side and then do something off of that artist's name they took a picture with. And I think that's foul. I don't like that. I really don't. I think if you're there for the artist, invest in the artist, not their playlist. Because if you invest in the playlist, songs get old in about 3 days. Especially if they're not even pushed. But if you invest in the artist and you build relationships, not only are you moving the culture forward, you're not holding yourself to the effect of the music. Because guess what? Sometimes it's the songs you don't think is hot that end up being the hottest songs that take somebody somewhere where you're stuck on that one idea that you had and not celebrating the person or feeding into the person, watering the seed of the person so they could grow into something wonderful that can harvest the landscape of our culture in our state. Salute the Rap Villain Records. This is not a shout out video, but I'm telling y'all, we have so many great artists here that it's so maddening that we have people who are so hell bent on people being loyal to them while you fight for fight for an industry that's not even loyal to the people that participate in it. I don't get that. That's weird. It's so bad to the point that we have artists saying I'm independent and you're lying because you signed something to get distributed. We have gotten to the point where people lie so much about who they are in this game that they're not even representing themselves. They want people to represent themselves for them so they could do the bare minimum, and eat off the fruits of the people who they're trying to use. Come on, y'all. That is disgusting. You know what I mean? Put it to you like this. I don't have no label. I don't need a label. But you need a label's mentality to get your music out. You need a label's mentality to make yourself relevant to the eyes of people who spend money. You need to have a label mentality to B2C and ROI on your product. But people just putting out product and putting it on the ground and say, why nobody listen to my product? Why nobody support me? Because some of y'all don't even support yourselves. Y'all don't even believe in yourselves enough to invest. And you know where that comes from? The hate in here and the ignorance up here to not push your product the right way. I mean, let's be honest, man. The state of New Jersey hip hop has its good times and its bad times like every other place. But people focus so much on the bad that it goes like this, and we lose sight of the good that's within us. Man, it's crazy that Newark, New Jersey is known for more fights against artists than building up its own artists. How many of y'all came out to a show headlined only by Double O? For real. How many of y'all came out to a show that Brick Mob brought out and Brick Mob was able to do something? How many of y'all came out to a show to push Diesel Don and the Governor? How many of y'all came out to a show only to push Chops the Savior, Dot Bundini, or 050 Boys? How many came out to a show just to do that? See, it's very little of y'all who can say they came out to it. But just to even flip it, how many of y'all great artists from the state put on these shows so they could come out? That's why, look, all BS aside, Samad Savage, Turkish Royale, Nisa F, they out there working. And they put on, whether they've been in showcases or put on their own showcases, they're doing their thing. Salute to Queen Nevaeh, who not only is out there doing shows with Styles P and stuff, as a lady, she's bringing a certain graceful element to the story of the street and the story of sobriety and merging them together to tell you who she is and sharing her life. See, one thing about hip hop is a life sentence. You'll never not be hip hop, especially if you engage in it. Because someone's always going to ask you about who got the hottest beat, what's your favorite song, or something when it comes to music. Or you will always be checked on how you dress or what you're wearing, or your art style. It's always something with hip hop because hip hop is the only genre of music that's living and it evolves. Jazz didn't evolve. Jazz means sex. So horn play and all that's been before even the word jazz even existed. Blues is emotional. That's social emotional development. That's going to be here whether or not. R&B, only certain people can sing. Even though nowadays everybody think they can sing and rap, especially with AI. Hip hop precedes how you make words rhyme. It's in your spirit. It's in how you dress. It's in how you live. And in New Jersey, we got a hip hop spirit. But the thing is, so many people are so hell bent on making it with this that the culture gets it gets taken away. And that's I can't stand for that. We lose people in this culture all the time. When shout out to RP to Polo Fresh. He passed away. That was a great big loss in the education and music community. Fatal Hussein passed away. Another story of New Jersey hip hop that we don't tell enough. Who talks about Apache enough? I mean, let's just be real. Let's tell these stories. Hassan Love just passed away. Rest in peace to Hassan Love. Who's gonna tell his story? I have an interview with G-Rock of the CND Coalition. Who's telling his story correctly? We got people who's been in rooms with greats, and y'all don't even talk about them, like Poppy Stores. But once again, why aren't we? I want to ask you that question. Why everybody talking about what's going to come new from this place to that place, where the people that you're trying to impress don't even have their own identity? And I'm talking about New York. New York hip hop has never gone away. It's just that because of how they act within themselves, the South was the focus. And then everybody was like, well, let's be like the South. How do y'all want to be like the South, saying that everybody supported each other, right? But Rico Love don't get the respect he deserves as one of the main architects of the Dungeon family. Remember, Outkast didn't do albums with the Dungeon family, with Rico Love at near the end. So let's be for real. Who's standing with Rico Love? Come on, like, let's stop using other people for an example instead of us setting our own examples. Everything can't be solo architected. You need teams. You need people behind you. You need to show love to somebody so that love can grow and be an example to everyone else. I was proud of New Jersey when Coi Leray came out and she did the that song Players remix with the Jersey Club and everybody, and people's out there. It's good to see Unicorn, Kurt Cobain out there. Excuse me. It's good to see Chad Piff, I believe. No, Chad Piff, the modern day hippie. Otto Hayes and them out there. It's good to see that. Poppy Stores was there. It's good to see that because Jersey club music is actually taking hip hop to its next place. And that's what I mean. Get behind these kids and push them while still doing what you want to do. That's what makes our culture great, is that we don't get stuck in our own BS and fall away. You can still have 90s hip hop sound and do your thing. Shout out to Dada Terry. You can still be hardcore hip hop and do your thing. Shout out to Double O. Shout out to Ella Sensei. Shout out to Do It All. And I'm still doing music. The Councilman. Shout out to Do It All. You can still do that and still be great. Y'all want to know what messes New Jersey up? Halfway, we don't support our females. Lady London's out there. Nada's out there, Pineapple City's out there, Abyss is out there, Molly's out there, Niece is out there, Queen Nevaeh's out there. There's other people I'm missing. I apologize. You had one female MC I love to death that she don't even around no more is Ipache. Shalitu's out there. We have people, but we're not giving them the love they deserve by being artists that want to do something to represent us. The reason I keep scratching my head because it just drives me crazy. It just gets me irritated that a lot of us want the spotlight, but then you rather stand in the damn light bulb until it fades instead of bringing other people up to make the light brighter so it can shine even more light on everybody around you. People are too stuck in their ways. Do y'all know who the Lux fam is? Y'all know who D Rich is? Y'all know the song Think About Me? Should look it up. That's Jersey. Y'all know who Shy Skills is? No? Who had a demo done by the Awesome 2 that was floating around on the internet from 1992, 93? No? Come on. Y'all know the Williams brothers? Y'all know them people? Y'all know Beth Israel? No? You know, Rolling on Wax, Mikey Moolah, St. Chris. It's a lot of us out here who know these people, but we want you to know them as well. You Freedom. Look, man, I'm tired of us always stuck behind the 8 ball because we're not getting we're not getting out in front of what needs to be done to support and move us. We have to do the things that's necessary to take us to the next level. I'm helping to do that, and it's not even about me, but on May 6th, I'm going to be at an event that's going to talk about marketing and strategy promotions with artists. And I think it would be really good. I think it would be really good for y'all to come out here and not only to hear me talk. No, it's because if you are an artist, you really want to do your thing and you want to get out of your own way, that's somewhere I think you need to be. Right now, I'm looking on my computer to see if I can find the flyer so I could get the flyer out so y'all can see it. Once again, like I said, great events are going to be happening in the state of New Jersey to help artists and promote. But the problem is promotion is not a solo thing. Promotion is a community thing. And in our state, we so hell bent on solo that we fuck the community up. Come on, man. Like, you know what advantage New York has over us? That's where the money is at. So, yeah, you're going to have more people out there talking. Of course, you're going to have more people out there to interview and do things with because that's the culture. And I'm not against going to New York with anybody else to interview. So anybody from New York want to get on Heritage Hip Hop, holla at me. I'm here, period. But more so than that, with New York, it's easier because that's where the money is, and people are always going to run to where the money is. There's nothing wrong with that at all. At all. The problem that we have is that while people are running to this thing, they're not getting the fact in their heads that when you run towards something that's running away from you, that's called chasing. And anything that you chase is running away from you. So when people say, I'm chasing the bag, you dummy, you are the bag. How are you chasing yourself if you're not even invested in yourself? Come on, man. I told y'all back in the day. I used to try to rhyme and stuff. I said, in our ignorance, our oppressors seem righteous. Because in ignorance, we do the things that are not well for us. We do the things that take away from our character. We do the things that hurt us. And when we hurt each other, like I said, not only do we hurt the culture, we're hurting those who are coming behind us who want to learn from us. And you know what hurts us? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what hurts us? Our state, the state of New Jersey, is so backwards that when it comes to finances, when it comes to being lucrative, New Jersey is so, how do I say this the right way? Privatized, that you wanting to come in is a problem. And if you don't believe me, I tell you what, try to put your money into something other than you and build up your community and see what you're met with in this country, especially in this state. See what it looks like when you're trying to do something positive for the culture and it involves getting children and doing positivity, and see how much of a fight against you're giving. One of the most successful things the government has done is use our people against us. And they've done it so well that now our people fight against us without even the government even being involved, which is amazing and bad all at the same time. Something just went off on my computer, y'all. I apologize. But this is what I was talking about right here. On May 6th, we're going to have a talk. You got Minnie, multimedia maven, the Mini Movement Media. You got Cedric Perry, aka Ceddy P, artist, manager, and CEO, Renaissance Music. You have Divine, Creativity Coach, The Marketing Plug, and you have me, Music Solutions Specialist, owner of Heritage Hip Hop. From 8 to 11, True and Living LLC permits the TNL talk about marketing and promotion. Marketing versus promotion. Get your questions answered by some of the top music execs Jersey has to offer. Look, downtown Jersey City. Come out. Salute and support us. That's what we want. We want to help build our culture to the next level. Salute the uniquely coordinated. Salute the all the people out there that's making moves, because those moves are what's going to make us successful when it comes to getting our music out, getting our voices heard, getting our culture recognized. Because everybody says Jersey doesn't have a sound, but Jersey has a hell of an identity. You don't know our Jersey identity? Come on, Heritage Hip Hop. Let's hear them stories about sensations in Zanzibar. Come to Heritage Hip Hop and talk about those Elizabeth and Plainfield wars. Come on, Heritage Hip Hop. Let's talk about that North and East Orange war. Come on, Heritage Hip Hop and talk about that Cherry Hill, Camden, Trenton era and what was going on down here. Talk about Dayton Street projects on here. Come on, tell them stories. Bayway and all of them. Tell them stories. Come on. Because we have an identity. And when it comes to our music, we've always been this close. And you want to know how this close, what I mean when I say this close? Shout out once again to Naughty by Nature, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have had Rotten Rascals, Cruddy Click, Road Dogs, etc., 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 etc. And look what KG brought to the game with Jaheim, Janae next to them. What are we talking about? We've been that close. But the revolution didn't pop here. I can't even talk about Flavor Unit too much because I don't know that story, but Flavor Unit put their money into music, from music into movies, and they went on and did their thing, right? Okay. Look at Redman. This close. Close Your Doors. Roz, Double O, Diesel Don Govmatic. Max Sewell was in that group too. Orphans, GL, rest in peace. Outsiders, Fugees, Refugee Camp. That close. But we all missing something. And I don't know if it was a label that was supposed to be made. I don't know if it was more cooperation within the groups or maybe all of the above. Because it seems like people are here and then they disappear and only reappear at the end. And that's not cool. But then again, if our state is so non-inclusive and private, what could they really have done? And that's a problem. Hip-hop creates jobs. There's people out here who are jobless. Hip-hop gets people off the streets. No matter how much people try to glorify the streets, it gets people off the streets. We don't have no community centers around here anymore. Chris Gatlin made one in Irvington, but what else is there? The Y has failed the community for years. But what exactly is here to keep us on the next level? And the thing that pisses me off when it comes to this hip-hop thing, when it comes to New Jersey, is this. Because people are so hell-bent on being the one, they will sacrifice anything outside of the one that they want to be. And that kills movements. That's why I pray that Ill City, Old 50 Boys, the Cornerstones, the Bar Mitzvah movement, Rap Villain, I pray that these movements succeed. I pray that Heraphone Therapy succeeds. I pray that all this stuff succeeds, because it's a fucking shame when you talk about New Jersey hip hop, we only talk about niggas 30 years ago, and rappers in their 40s and 50s are the people that people are talking about the most. And then they write off the younger generation like they're not doing nothing. That's a bull-faced bullshit, evil excuse to be bitter, angry, and solo into yourself and not give reference and key to people like I said, the new generation that's out. I think we should respect all generations of New Jersey hip hop and give everybody their shine. Come on, yo. Should we not be talking about Swerve, Pav Bundy, Dot Bundini, Chops the Savior? And that's in North. What about the East Orange MCs? What about them Orange MCs? Shouldn't Poppy Stores be a little more elevated than what he is? I mean, if you're only waiting for a bag, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying singling him out, because if there's all artists is waiting for a bag, I don't know. But Poppy Stores deserves to be up there. That boy nice. Pardon me, that man is nice. And he deserves that. Salute to Poppy Stores. Y'all know Al Bial, right? Where's his push? Just because a man freestyles on Funk Flex doesn't mean that that's all he deserves. If people out there, people like him, give him more. What about Crutch Calhoun? Are we pushing him? Is he where Ransom is right now? Or where's Ransom? Come on, like we have so much more ground to fill. It's like hip hop is this big, and y'all fighting for this much of the damn culture when we could be worldwide. Where's our Jay-Z? Where's our Nas? Where's our Wu-Tang Clan? Where's our where's our next? New Jersey's more than car thieves. New Jersey has people who act dressed nice. Everybody don't wear sweats and t-shirts. New Jersey does have a lot. We could dance our ass off. We can make great dance music. New Jersey has people that's not only in the street, but we got people who could spit them poems. We got people who was ready to go. Shout out to Khalil Gibran. Shout out to Negros Americanos. Shout out to everybody out there who's doing something besides just one-sided hip-hop and then fighting to be the biggest, the one that gets the biggest pie of the crumb that New Jersey has a hold on. I'm trying to make a pie. Fuck the crumbs. I want to make a pie so everybody can get there. Once again, if you don't know who I am, I'm Courage, the owner of Heritage Hip Hop. And my goal is to make Heritage Hip Hop a network. And you see, I got the Mike Council, got the podcast interviews, we got A&N R&B, and I want to take this to the next level. I want to make video games, comic books, I want to make video games, comic books. Even if I have to put out an album to showcase y'all artists, I'll do it. For the simple fact, y'all deserve it. We deserve it. And our stories need to be told because guess what? Redman is not where New Jersey stops. Tretch is not where New Jersey stops. The Lords, the Artifacts, the Fugees, Double X Posse, who deserves more respect. Poor Righteous Teachers, Wise Intelligent, K-Def, Larry O, Chill Rob G. Like, there's so many of us out here that's out here that we all deserve to have our stories told. We all deserve to know who they are. But the mantra of Heritage Hip Hop is we introduce you to your future favorite artists today, not only holding up those who are the architects of our culture, but serving you the new faces to the evolution of our hip hop culture, period. So if that's music, songs, anything creative, that's what we're here for. And that's what I'm going to do. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So if you want to help me, donate to Heritage Hip Hop on PayPal, donate to the Cash App. You see this New Jersey hip hop shirt I got on? Available on heritagehiphop.com. Get some merch. Help build this culture up. Help. I'm asking for help. I'm pleading for help. Because at the end of the day, the only way we gonna make it is if we stand strong to the code of hip hop. Peace, love, unity, and having fun. And when we stand united, there's nobody going to stop us, no matter where they from. Across the water, across a pond, across into another continent. Matter of fact, I'm thinking right now, so I'm scratching. Because I'm thinking so much. Like, it's so many possibilities that we can do and so many things that can make us great. And I ask y'all to help me make it great. So if you like what I'm talking about, if you're from New Jersey and you're tired of the state of New Jersey hip hop being lackluster and what it is, then help us make it great. Buy the music, not only stream the music. Support our great artists. I want to bring all you artists on Heritage Hip Hop. So if you're from New Jersey and you know artists on here that make good music first and foremost and stand for something, send them to me. Send them to Heritage Hip Hop. Follow me at Heritage. I think it's right there. Follow me at Heritage Hip Hop on all social media. I want to give a shout out to 3 more artists in particular that since I met them on Heritage Hip Hop that's from New Jersey that I believe deserve that push. Shout out to CF and Billion Man Rebellion. He has a new album out right now called Jegna. Shout out to one of my favorites that I've met who don't even rhyme no more is Malk. He's from Bayonne, New Jersey. That's my guy, and I wish him the best in his endeavors because common sense music is music that's needed more now in today's society than ever. And shout out to Lau Omalao. He went through some losses, and he's going to be set up to win. And everybody I've ever interviewed on here, I love y'all. Thank y'all for helping me bring your story, for helping building me up to be a better man by telling your story. I love the Gail Campbells, the Jay Wonders, the Samaj Savages, the Solaces, the Ill City. Shout out to Out the Mud Music Group, Big Stomp. Shout out to Dot Bundini. Shout out to Reek. Shout out to all y'all out there. It's too many y'all to name. And the producer I had in my mind, I can't think of his name. I had an interview with him. He used to be on A Squad Rebel Radio. I apologize, my brother, for not remembering your name, but I will put it out there. I would like to look on my phone, but my phone is not right here, and I don't want to go on my computer right now and search for names because I can't see. That's a medical thing I'm going through. But salute to everybody out there, man. I mean, the state of New Jersey hip hop has to be repaired. We have to go to a better place. We have to put ourselves in a position to win. You know, special shout out to my other team. Shout out to the Goodfellas. Subscribe to the recap with the Goodfellas. We will be back soon. I hope, maybe. Shout out to Dav, the photographer, Tommy Guns, Lil Guns. Shout out to Sha Montana, Big A, who's on the A&N R&B podcast. And shout out to me, because I'm doing it the best way possible to build this coach up. Shout out to A Squad Rebel Radio. Shout out to Time to Grind Radio. Shout out to GHE, Grind Heart Entertainment. Shout out to True Living LLC and everybody out there making moves and doing what they got to do. If I didn't name you, sorry. Either we don't have a relationship or you're not on my mind right now. Charge it to the mind, not the heart. May the Most High be the guide to us all. And if you would like to, not only like to get interviewed, if you have a write-up, you want a blog done on you, hire me. Talk to me about rates. If you want your music premiered on Heritage Hip Hop, we could do that too. Y'all see this? That's Bar Mitzvah, the illest, which is out right now on all streaming services. And I ask that you buy it and support real hip hop. So, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. I've been on here way too long because I have no one to interact with. And I only have an hour on these recordings. So, with 40-something minutes, I think we did pretty good today. So, may the Most High bless you. May your hip hop stand your test of time, and more so, may you inspire more than you destroy. This is Karev at Heritage Hip Hop saying, please like, subscribe, and comment and share this video. Subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on YouTube. Subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop wherever you stream your podcast. Let me bring that up there real quick, the podcast flyer. Bam. We are on YouTube. We are on Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and we are on iHeartRadio. So yes, I'm everywhere. You can stream these podcasts on your podcast. And matter of fact, wherever I am, you are there too, because you could bring me along for the ride. May the Most High bless you. Make sure you stay prayed up in today's society and protect the youth at all costs, because that's another show I'm going to do. But without further ado, may the Most High bless you when I'm out. Peace.